Yeah,
Okay, so if you have any questions, please just interrupt and ask them. And but if you have a lot of background noise, please mute yourself.
Okay, still working with the mystery paper. I found a whole box of pastels today, sort of extras that I had no memory of. So that was pretty exciting. So I've added a few of those colors in here. And I even found a tiny piece of pink. So I'm not actually sure what all these are. Okay, so I've got my mic and I'm going to try not to do so much heavy sighing because evidently that's something I do. And now that I'm mic'd right by my face, it's even more obvious. So the first thing I'm going to do is draw my little frame to show where what I'm really composing to if I were to choose to frame this. And I've got a very blurry picture again. And honestly, I can't quite see it. Okay. Yeah, I still can't see it. How come I can't see? I guess because it's so blurry. All right, so this picture has got the extreme verticality. And I'm not sure, I might not have those trees go all the way to the top. I might decide to cut that off somewhere. And then there's this section in the distance. And this is kind of what I wanted to create, was this going behind these trees and the light coming in here. And then this is pretty dark everywhere else. And this path sort of leading you in over the hill and to that light back there. It seems kind of like a small idea now that I'm looking at this big piece of paper, but we'll see. And there's more verticality over here. Yeah, so I just don't know. Do I want I have to decide too, because I think if I start it, I won't be able to change it later. So I think what I'm going to leave out is this branch that's coming off from off stage and just have, yeah, there's a few things going on here that are just going to have these trees and not have those branches. And I also really like this shape of the clouds in here. So I want to get that sort of feeling also. And I don't want these lines to mimic each other. Okay, so now I'm ready to start my color. You know, I try to draw enough that I don't feel confused. Oh, maybe I will be confused right here because what the heck. I try to draw enough that I'm not confused when I start my color. But I also don't want to have the sense that I'm just coloring in an outline drawing. For one thing, this is not giving me a very good sense of what kind of painting this is going to be. It's just because it's an outline drawing, and paintings are really about volumes more than outlines. So I'm just going to start with my red tree, and I'm starting with the red because it's very hard to get red to go down on anything else. So I'll just start with it right away, like that. Because red is physically such a hard color, it's just hard to make it go down. And here's some more trees all in dark. And then, yeah, so it's kind of hard for me to tell if I'm getting things dark enough. So I think what I have to do now after it, since I did that now, I just feel like I have to go back and do the sky. And I feel like the sky is really purpley. And so I'm just gonna, well, it's the clouds are more purpley than the sky. So I guess I have to start the sky sort of blue. Yeah, I see. I should have done my sky holes first, but it's fine. Oh, wow. It was so much the same color. I bet this is going to be the same color too. No, a little different. So, I do try to work light over dark, but sometimes I just don't get the order right. It's not like it's a rule. It's just that it's a little easier to work light over dark. Some colors like red, unless you have really expensive reds, which in fact I do somewhere. With reds just don't go down very well. So on top of other colors. So with reds, it's really good to start with a red. And it's complicated, so I'm just trying to make it as simple as I can. Oh my gosh, try not to sigh. Okay, that was pretty unexpected, honestly. Okay, and then it's gonna lie a little bit and bring that behind those trees.
Jeneane, are those mountains in the distance, or is that just more and darker sky?
No, it's mountains along the bottom right here.
Yeah.
Mountains. Oh, this is not mountains.
It's not?
No.
Okay, that's what I was confused about.
Oh, and try not to whistle either.
Thank you.
Sure. It's the least I could do.
Do feel fortunate that you can't really see my tongue sticking out all the time. Oh, and I meant to do something about my wobbly easel, but honestly, I don't quite know what to do. Let's see if I tighten that. The only good thing about, oh, that got a little better. My wobbly easel is just, I'm using so much pressure all the time. And so I think it's kind of good that you can see how hard I'm pushing on my pastels. Okay, so this is going to be that road. Oh, wait, that's not really dark green. Wow, that's about the end of it. All right, no more dark pictures. So it's not like I'm I mean, I'm not exactly, well, I don't know what I'm doing, but oh shoot, that I did not want to do. It's kind of good. I'm gonna save that for the clouds. I thought it was a dark green. I'm trying not to use a ton of different colors just because things are complicated. So I'm trying to start it as simple as I can. And then I'm gonna make it more complicated later. And I also start pretty fast. I don't like if I pick up something that I didn't really mean to pick up, like kind of like that. I usually just kind of go with it because why not? I'm just trying to get the whole thing covered so I can see what's going on. And then once it's all covered like this, now I can start saying, well, what do I need to do to make that better? And one thing I thought was that these clouds could have this blue in them a little bit. And if I have not come up to any of my edges now, I'm going to come up to them. So I don't have stuff in between. Like blank paper in between. Okay, so I would say that sometimes I get started a little so wild, it's kind of hard to do anymore until I split. No, too late. Let's see if I can find something else dark enough I can add in there. Okay, that's a little better. So you want to think about a little bit is that even in the shadows on a horizontal plane, the light from the sky is shining down and illuminating those horizontal planes. So the darkest shadows, generally speaking, are in the verticals. And then if you want to show a difference between where the ground is, not only switch the direction of your strokes, but also make that just a little lighter. So this is probably too light, but just to give you an idea. That makes that clearly. Then who knows, maybe I'm gonna like that. So I'm gonna leave that for a while. Get that a little darker in there. And I gotta do some more stuff up here. And then probably I'll be about ready to spray it. Okay. And a little more. lighter. Something's going on in my tree. I am trying to put stuff where it belongs, but sometimes I just don't. It's really hard to think about everything at once. For me, anyway. Yeah, you can see it's starting to kind of not, but I need to get the parts of the tree in that are not part of the red tree. I need to do something. But this is not really wanting anything else to go down now. Oh my God, I'm breathing heavy again. You think I was running a race? A whole new world with a mic right on my shirt. Man, I gotta do some more down here too. I can't just spray this with just one color on it.
Can I ask why you wouldn't put green at this point on that tree that's behind the red one?
Probably just, I don't have a green as dark as the blue,
Oh,
maybe, maybe not.
That could use more blue over there on that tree. Oh, good, that's good. I thought that was blue, but it's purple. Purple over here. And then try to find the blue again. This is, this is just the way I like to work. I like to kind of take chances now, create a giant context that all my little variations are going to fit into. And then I'll come back and I'll put in the smaller things, the smaller changes. I just find for me that this is what works the best. I'm going to draw in these tree trunks a little bit if I can. Just try to keep track of them. I am using charcoal right now. I don't know how I don't get things in the right spot. But there's really more room over here. It's like, what happens? And I can't seem to do that. But yep, who knows? Anyway, just works better for me to take my big risk now. And in some ways, just even to be sort of so not accurate that it's easier to figure out what to do next, rather than having something that's so close that then I don't know what to do next because I've already got it kind of close. This is like, there's no question to me, but that this has to have more work on it after I spray it. And the spray just allows my personality to really express itself, because by spraying it, I can almost fix anything I've let go too far. I mean, occasionally, but like as I'm fond of saying, if you don't do some bad paintings, you're not really pushing your envelope. Okay, so I'm gonna spray it.
Yeah. Okay, I guess I decided I was done.